What's up? This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow. And today, gonna be a quick show. Quite busy with work today. So we're gonna go through traditional news, and then we're going to go through crypto news and then NFT news. We'll be talking about something about regulations and so on. But definitely, guys, if you are in the market, it is a great time to be in the market. The market is rallying, right? People are saying that, hey, in bear markets, sometimes we do have bear market rally, and what we have been seeing could be one of those. And also, guys, so far narrative driven rallies are so important, right? Which I'm gonna cover as well. So without further ado, let us look at the traditional market. So yesterday I was a little bit worried because Netflix were to announce their earnings, right? But basically what happened was that a stock rally, as investor, we acted positively to a host of company earnings report. Okay, Johnson & Johnson fell 1.5% after the company beat profit and sales expectation, but reduces earnings outlook this year. So maybe something after the back half of this year could be a bearish, okay, for them. Netflix beat Q2 subscriber expectation, and that is the reason why our market was rallying yesterday, right? Hey, Astro DeFi, nice to meet you. Hey, hello, let me say hi. So it'll be a really quick episode today, quite busy today, and therefore I'm starting earlier. So that's why yesterday, because Netflix beat expectations, right? So Nasdaq was kind of positive, and we were able to have that sustained rally, and which brought the crypto market to all-time highs, right? So right now, today, kind of a challenging day today, right? We have earnings report from Tesla and United Airlines, right? So it will depends, right? If Tesla goes down, basically it could affect the Nasdaq because it's related to tech, right? So definitely this earning report could affect the markets in general. Headline roll up on traditional market. China holdings of UF debt fall below 1 trillion for first time. So this I shared already. So it seems like maybe China is not having a very positive outlook for the US market, or maybe they need to kind of upload some of the debts, right? So fund managers this month cut the allocation to equities to the lowest level since October 2008. So this kind of shows you some traditional market, what fund managers are expecting, right? So now gas prices fall below 4.5, which is a 2 months low. Okay, so gas prices are going low, so it means the energy prices could be going lower, and maybe the Feds could revise the policy, right? But still, people think that Feds is gonna be aggressive to curb inflation. So at the same time, Chinese government is calling European countries to raise funds on Chinese stock exchanges as they seek to increase foreign listings. So you're kind of seeing a big picture here, right? Everyone is trying to scramble and support their own economy, right? There is different type of things that are showing you that, hey, there is something, the companies and even countries themselves are trying to scramble and protect their own economy, right? Because if you look at this, right, this week could be a little bit scary. Some EU people are saying that, oh, Russia is marrying them because they were doing like the pipeline fix right now, but they are going to open it back by the end of this week. But if they do not open it, or I think they kind of reduced the supply already. So energy could be still an issue in terms of inflation for Europe in general. But 5 things to know this morning in the traditional market. Look at this slip up, because yesterday it beat expectations, so it was going up, but today we have Tesla and United Airlines, so we'll have to see. Netflix hand in there, they talked about how they were partnering with Microsoft as well. Mortgage demand tumbles. Okay, mortgage demand dropped to a 22 years low as high inflation, interest rate and inflation cost home buyers, right? So now we have the equities market going down. At the same time, now housing market is starting to feel the bearishness, right? So we have yet to see, right? Because if mortgage demand goes down, it means that people are buying less houses, right? People usually borrow money to buy houses, and therefore if mortgage demand goes down, it basically means that buyers has lost considerable purchasing power. Okay, so as rates has almost doubled since earlier this year, so there would be implications, right? So that's it for the traditional market. Didn't want to go too far. So going back to the crypto market, market cap is at 1.07 trillion, a 4.15% increase. Bitcoin is at now 718. We were trying to break 24,000. Ethereum at 1,600, right? Ethereum is just rallying, and the reason why we're seeing these rally is that it is a narrative rally, right? People are talking about Ethereum 2.0. So definitely this is a narrative rally, right? Look at this. This is crazy. No, on the 15th, so 5 days ago, Ethereum was at almost 1,083. Now it's at 1,600, right? So it's a 600 increase, right? And then it just keeps going higher and higher. And this is a 15 minute chart, right? You can see the trend line going higher. But guys, if I were you, I would be cautious because next week we have the Fed, the FOMC meeting. So the Fed would probably raise interest rate. And if that interest rate is like 100 basis point, which is a 1% or even higher, it could drive the market nervous, right? It could create volatility in the market. So if you miss all of this, sometimes I feel bad. I feel FOMO, especially not only just Ethereum, right? If you look at Matic, right? I'm going to talk about Matic and the reason why it was rallying, right? So if you look at Matic right now, we are at 0.91. Before, it was at 0.3. So it's 3 times in a so-called bearish momentum market, right? Look at this huge pump over here, right? And what I wanted to say is that narrative is very important, and there's a reason for that, which I'm going to share. Matic made an announcement today. They were trying to count down something besides the Disney, partnership. So this was the Disney partnership, right? And also they were trying to hype things up. Oh, we're countdowning something. So I'm going to cover that news. So stable coins increase. So it means that the overall crypto market cap is going up. So money is coming back in. If we look at this, Lido protocol is up. I covered it yesterday. They are moving into a layer 2 solution. Ape is up. So ADA is kind of up as well. ADA, we have the Vassal Halford that's coming up. But at the same time, everyone is respecting Bitcoin, right? If we really look at the crypto market cap, this is Ethereum. It had a huge jump because of the 2.0. But if you look at it in the 5 days, right, Bitcoin kind of moved up. So yesterday, everyone was respecting Bitcoin. Bitcoin itself was rallying quite a bit, and market dominance went up, right? So if we look at on-chain data, Ethereum is moving out of exchanges. We can see in the last 2 days, the exchange net flow is out. So it means that the selling pressure could be slightly lower. Exchange reserve is also going down. So I think everyone is anticipating for ETH 2.0. People are thinking that at least I can hold Ethereum for 2 months for the ETH 2.0, and that is why they are withdrawing ETH and then also depositing it, right? DeFi in general is okay. If we look at chains, right? If we look at DeFi, right? Ethereum in the last 7 days is a 22% increase, right? So definitely that is absolutely telling you something, right? People aren't worried about, the gas fees on ETH right now and then moving into Ethereum, right? So, 22% is quite high, okay, compared to the other different type of chains. So I was talking about Polygon. So today Polygon launches new scaling solution to further cut costs on Ethereum. So basically they have a new scaling solution called zk. zk basically means zero knowledge, right? It is a consensus mechanism. So it uses a zero knowledge scaling solution that aims to outpace Visa's transaction throughput, right? So what happened is that they announced this zero knowledge EVM Ethereum virtual machine, which is said to be the first Ethereum compatible scaling solution that uses the cryptographic method called zero knowledge proof. Okay, so right now, basically, Ethereum was rallying, and Polygon was rallying, not only just because of the Disney partnership, but also because of a technological breakthrough and also about a zero knowledge rollup, right? So they are gonna withdraw, reduce withdrawal times, and it's just an announcement today. We have yet to see the demand for the Polygon chain, and also we are yet to see how this will affect the network itself, right? So really bullish, to be honest, right? You have Ethereum 2.0 pumping things up, Bitcoin respecting everything, right? Bitcoin not dumping, causing the altcoin to have a chance to move up. So that's why we see, Phantom, Polygon, Avalanche, Solana going, double digits up in the past 7 days, right? If we look at this, right? So it really shows you that if you want to trade this market, if you really want to understand this market, Bitcoin themselves has to go up or go sideways. But that will empower the altcoins to move parabolically. Look at these 7-day changes. Double-digit gains. Imagine you bought these 7 days ago. You will have double-digit gains in such a very bearish and bad macro environment, right? This traditional market is bearish. I've been covering it But that's why it kind of, defy expectations, right? And that is why you don't leave the market, even though if you are beaten, right? Because the market one day can turn, and when it turns very quickly. And as right now, feeling massive FOMO, but doesn't matter. It could also turn, it could retrace, and maybe by then, if you have conviction, it could push things. Yes, as star DeFi, zero knowledge roll up does change everything, and it is EVM compatible, so it's Ethereum virtual machine compatible. And that is why it makes it bullish. But another kind of middle news, which is Lummis-Gillibrand, crypto bill likely deferred to next year. So a while back, I was saying that there was a US bill that was pending passing, right? And that bill basically covers a lot of things. It covers DeFi, it covers, and I think it covers NFTs as well. And it is going to do, it is a very comprehensive regulation, right? Right now, the person who proposed this bill is actually a very pro crypto, senator. Okay. But then they were saying that other conservative or other senators need more time to understand the bill, so that's why it is gonna be deferred next year. So it is kind of 50-50, right? I've been reading reports saying that family offices, hedge fund managers right now aren't really FOMOing everything into the crypto market is because there is no regulation, right? There is no solid regulation. So it is kind of different, like for really Web3 people, regulation is gonna reduce the idea of decentralization and stuff like that. Yes, there is that agenda. But at the same time, if we're talking about having institutions come in, having family offices invest, if you have more clear regulation, it basically means that the government recognizes there might be some sort of protection that we might not. Because right now, when I talk to everyone about crypto, the first thing they say, oh, stablecoin will crash, right? But they didn't really understand that it's actually algorithmic stablecoin that runs on an unsustainable business model would crash, right? But if it's a stablecoin that's actually being regulated, being backed by, 1 out of 1 US dollar or whatever, then it would not crash because it's supposed to be stable, right? And right now, we all see all of this contagion effect, and all of these are centralized borrowing platforms, right? These aren't DeFi. If you look at DeFi, DeFi is working well. DeFi is transparent, number one, and Celsius has been paying off the DeFi debts, right? And the reason for that is because it runs on a program. Once it hits a certain range, Celsius will get liquidated. They won't be able to get back the money back, right? And that is why DeFi is over collateralized, and therefore why DeFi is working, because banks or whatever people don't, maybe because of relationships, do not ask you to over collateralize, which we saw in the crypto market. But DeFi is program driven, right? And therefore the code, once if it goes to a certain range, you get liquidated. That's how it works. But this bill is likely to be deferred. But at the same time, an upcoming bill that's gonna be passed this year is that the bill is gonna give CFTC crypto powers could go to vote this year. So basically what happened is that Bitcoin may soon see new legislation that would define the asset class as commodity, leaving years of legal uncertainty behind it, right? So basically what happened is that a bipartisan congressional attempt to grant authority over the crypto industry to the Commodities and Futures Trading Commission, as opposed to the Security and Exchange Commission. So it'll be interesting, right? It is not only just the SEC now. Now you have another commission called CFTC, right? And that they might have more regulation for this cryptocurrency, right? So turning Bitcoin crypto into commodity, definitely everything is kind of interconnected. This article also talks about this bill, and but at the same time, this bill is likely to be deferred but not confirmed. But this one is saying that, but at the same time, a bill could vote this year. Okay. So next news. This one, U.S. Federal Agency issue legal advisory on NFT investment. So basically, this is for primary targeting reporting of NFT investment that represent properties such as real estate, right? So the United States Office of Government Ethics, right? So if you are a government official, director and stuff like that, if you have NFT investment, right now they need you to declare it, okay? So it really shows you that NFT, a crypto asset, is becoming something that is recognized, and that is why we have all these regulations coming up. So at the same time, crypto exchange Zipmex halt withdrawal due to volatile market conditions. So guys, another one bite the dust, right? Southeast Asian crypto exchange Zipmex announced that it's halting withdrawal until further notice. So if you are using exchanges that aren't really those major exchanges, or even if you're still using those major exchanges, because we do not know how this contagion effect would work, right? We do not know how many companies or small exchanges are underwater. always keep track of the daily news. You don't want people to freeze withdraw and lose everything, right? You don't want to go through all this tedious, Celsius thing or Voyager thing, right? So guys, in this moment, if you don't watch news on a daily basis, please do, please. And also, in the end, it is always not your wallet, not your keys, right? Not your crypto. Okay. So another news, as the merge gets closer, Ethereum hash rate dropped over 26% since the network's all-time high 45 days ago. So basically this news is about, with the tentative date, September 19th, the merge has been penciled in by developers. Ethereum hash rate have dropped 26%, okay? 18% of the hash rate loss took place after June 30th as Ethereum global hash rate slipped, okay? So my understanding, I could be wrong, as Star DeFi, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. Because hash rate is related to proof of work, right? And since hash rate has been dropping, it basically means that the miners are transitioning to proof of stake. They are kind of becoming ready to transition to the proof of stake chain, right? So this is just some news showing that how proof of stake does have real impact on the existing proof of work chain and how everyone is preparing for the upcoming merge. So moving on to NFT news. So NFT news, guys, if nobody have teased about an airdrop or whatever stealth job, don't do that, right? Zeneca's Twitter account got hacked. I'm trying to lure people into a stealth job, right? So guys, be careful like this. Kingship reviewed the NFT collection. It picked up in trading volume. So Kingship is actually the Warner Music bought a band, right? So what they did is that they reviewed the collection, and then now trading volume is up because people, I think, kind of understand what this is about, right? So if you don't know, Kingship is the first super good Bored Ape signed to a major label, okay? 5,000 card NFTs sold out, right? So I think the major label is actually Warner Music or something, if I remember correctly, right? So it has reviewed, okay? So at the same time, I think one of the really interesting news is that, so this is from LFG, right? If you don't follow them, a lot of really helpful daily NFT news. Quadpolysis, so the Dan Harmon, the creator of Rick and Morty, is teaming up with Fox on this animated blockchain series called Quadpolysis. An animated series created on a blockchain, right? So you can actually sign up for the whitelist or something. So definitely check this out. It is related to Rick and Morty. The art style is very Rick and Morty-ish. Okay. So Dubai has presented a plan to create 40,000 metaverse shop in the next 5 years. So guys, look at this, right? It makes sense, right? Metaverse isn't the game that we are seeing right now. It is not a blockchain game, but metaverse is the next iteration of the internet. You have South Korean government investing in the metaverse. You have the Shanghai government investing in the metaverse. Now you have to buy government, investing in the metaverse, right? The metaverse is bigger than what we can imagine right now. And the easiest analogy for me is that when you play a cyberpunk game, right? You could scan stuff like that. To me, I think that's the metaverse. So at the same time, LG filed for trademark for TV that issue NFT, so it's pretty cool. Cadbury Gems, launches NFT collection to raise funds for charity. So if we look at this, LG is going to probably maybe release a TV with TV software for issuing and trading NFTs. So rather than being a computer experience in the future, NFTs could be a TV experience, right? Imagine buying NFTs on your TV, right? Digital token brokerage, wealth management. And look, why does LG have to do something with wealth management, right? It really shows that they do see the potential of tokenization and how cryptocurrency is gaining mass adoption, and therefore they probably want to get into this sector. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you guys. This is your host Non-Fungible TC signing out.